Shettima's life is at risk. Bornu speaker demands new aircraft for Nigeria's VP. Can you imagine what they're saying? Shettima's life at risk because Tinubu has bought a new private jet and are coming to tell us now, or rather presidential jet, and are coming to tell us now that he bought a fairly used aircraft. So now they want to buy a fairly used aircraft now for the vice president. Why would they use different aircraft? How many aircraft do we have in the presidential fleet that now they want to buy another one? Why will Shettima enjoy a personal presidential aircraft? So we don't have a pool of aircraft that can be used by government officials for government trips across the country or overseas. Now, why for these people? The same way they built a house for Shettima in Abuja, before you know it, they will buy a jet for him. And you'll be surprised they will say it's among presidential fleet, but at the end of the day, it will be converted to become his private jet. Where will he have the money to maintain it? These people. Now, this speaker from Bornu State has spoken now. Before you know it, the government will start considering it. Before you know it, a jet is bought for Shettima. Meanwhile, Nigerians are wallowing in poverty. Man, they need to dissolve this country. I tell you. The Speaker of the Bornu State House of Assembly, Abdul Karim Lawan, has claimed that the life of Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima is at risk due to the faulty presidential aircraft he travels with. Can you imagine? So Shettima had to cancel his trip to the Commonwealth Summit in Samoa following an incident at an airport in New York, United States. So the presidency confirmed that a foreign object hit his plane during a stopover at John F. Kennedy Airport in New York. So some parts of the aircraft, including the windscreen of the cockpit, were damaged in the incident. So in a statement issued in Maiduguri, the capital of Bornu State, on Sunday, Lawan asked the Nigerian government to purchase a new jet for Shettima. Can you imagine what they're saying? So he said, I want to sympathize with the Nigerian government, especially the office of the vice president, his crew and staff over the unfortunate incident at the JFK airport in New York, United States. So I also express my gratitude to Allah God for saving the precious life of our dear Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, and those on board the ill-fated VP's plane, even as I urge the Nigerian government to demand a thorough and timely investigation from the United States government over the incident that affected Vice President Kashim Shettima's plane at one of the most secured spots in the world. So the life of the Vice President and that of his crew members stands at risk while using the old and faulty presidential aircraft. Therefore, there is the urgent need to acquire a new aircraft for Senator Kashim Shettima so as to avoid the recurrence of air mishap. Can you imagine what this one is saying? So, to the best of your knowledge now, Nigeria should buy a fresh aircraft at this time. So, how many aircraft do we have in presidential fleet? So, if that one is bad, can't it be fixed? If you want to buy another one and a foreign object hits it, we drop it and we'll buy another one and be. What, can't they fix that one and continue to use it, or rather bring it back and change it and use another one again in the fleet? So even if you buy a new one, would foreign object hit the new one? Won't it get fault? Are you going to, so once it gets fault, rather than fixing it, you go and pack it and buy another one and be? This is generation of wasters. I tell you, regeneration of wasters. Somebody is asking here, so once a new jet is bought for the VP, no object will touch or move near the object again, the jet again. What stops both the president and his vice to be flying commercial planes? Why are we so bogus? Not just bogus, why are we so wicked? That is it. Purchase of a brand new jet is the target. After all, the president has purchased his own. Exactly. The matter don't tire me. Look at lawmaker opinion. Very bad, I'm telling you. To buy a new one rather than fixing it or finding a solution to get it usable. Very bad. Does this Lawan know that he is know what he's talking about? So anytime an object hits a plane, it has to be replaced. Very bad. Very bad. Even the one he Lawan is flying from Bornu to Abuja, does he know how many times he got fault and it was fixed and then was brought back into service and he got into it? Even the one he's flying, does he know what the aircraft engineers did on it before he flew? These people are very, very myopic, illiteracy of the highest order. Just like somebody is saying, the target is for Shettima to have a new aircraft because Tinubu has gotten new one. That is just the target. And before you know it, they start debating it. Somebody will push the motion. Before you know it, it's approved. Before you know it, an aircraft is bought for him. God will help this country. All of you politicians are too favoritism to yourself. You don't even think or have any sympathy to the poor and hungry 140 million Nigerians out there. That is very bad, though. People are dying in your state. You are busy calling for new aircraft. What a shame. Really big shame, I'm telling you, to this lawmaker. Somebody say, God will punish all of you. Shettima's life is at risk, but the Nigerian masses' lives who have been dying of hunger because of high cost of living and who are being slaughtered on their farmlands in the north and other places due to Boko Haram insurgency and banditry are not at risk, Abi. Of what importance is Shettima to the Nigerian poor masses? Even if he dies, will that remove his a strand of hair from our skin, or will it add a cent to our bank account? You Senate members or lawmakers are just fooling yourselves, siphoning our collective nation's fund to achieve your selfish objectives in this zoo country. Don't worry, the day of reckoning and accountability is almost here. I tell you, it's almost here. It's almost here, I'm telling you. Nigerians are dying of common hunger and hopelessness, and you are there talking rubbish. So the life of just one man is more important than that of 200 million Nigerians. That is bad. That is bad. So the war is the correlation between being hit by a strange object and flying in an old aircraft. Senses should be applied when advocating for anything, please. And that is it. The aircraft did not ground because it developed fault. It was because something hit it. So what is the correlation? And why do you think that if you buy new ones, something will not hit it? Now, wow. For those who have sense, common sense is not so common. And most Nigerian lawmakers talk before they think, just like Akpabio, the Senate president. Okay? And that is the level of the speaker's intelligence. Very bad. Rubbish. Nigerians are dying of hunger. No urgency in place to help them. They're already telling him that he will not end well. This is a very bad situation. Thank you for listening. Let's have a comment as this Speaker Lawan is calling for new aircraft for Shettima.